Hey everyone, you're at the Hub, you're with Matthew.
And Amy.
And we're exploring this crazy notion of vertical and horizontal extension intersecting into an expansion that maybe the beginner says it would be consciousness, where extension requires attention, expansion is consciousness. But I want you to, we're going to go through some shapes of some poses and then how to teach it in a way that's more dynamic for someone that can't do the poses upright, right? So, Amy, we just start on your back with your legs straight up in the air, right? And you can grab your leg if it's easier. You can just hold your leg. I don't want you to hold it forever, right? That's like that. Okay, so now here, given the theme, she's relaxed on her back body. She's got a horizontal extension, but it's like it's horizontal, but she's having to do the same things as if she were standing up. So this shape, right, of this length hitting this length, how she stretches up here, how she hits down. So if I hold her leg here and she hits down through the floor, as soon as she does that, she goes down through the down leg. These things are all intersecting, right? And then release. So now I want Amy to come up and show you the same thing this way into the wall. So here again, now you've still got, she's going to come forward, put her foot up into the wall, right? Already, now she's in the same shape, but now the references are different. This is more obviously a Tadasana leg. This one doesn't have as much weight on it, right? But you've got a vertical plane intersecting a horizontal plane. And what you will find is as she does this and rises, more energy goes through the wall. They are simultaneous in this strange way that goes beyond words. And then take the leg down. And then do just a warrior on the chair, right? A warrior 3. This is warrior 3, but we're just showing it more on the legs, right? So she's going to come. Same thing happening again. Take the leg up. She's got a plane this way and a plane this way. And now her arms are actually more mirroring the legs. Eventually this pose would have its arms straight out, right? You can do one at a time. But I'm more interested here, and then take your arm down again, just like, I'm more interested here with her exploring this to this, opening here, brought there, opening the backs of the knees, horizontal again in this plane, like going back and forth with your instructions, and then come on down. So now, as you've seen it more upright, and you've seen it this way, how do you teach it to someone that can't get their leg all the way up, right? So we stand in front of it. So now that she's done the action, maybe she can put her foot up on the chair, right? And more straight. So like you're doing the wall, but you're just lowers, okay. Yeah, right? And maybe it's just a bolster. It doesn't matter how high it is. Now, how do you teach what the student would learn if the leg was up at the wall when there's less gravity? Well, you got to think of what you would instruct. Would you instruct the down leg more? I'd instruct the down here to extend here. I would add the arms here now, because as her arms go up, she can extend out through her limbs. As she makes space here, she can get the subtle body to go here and here, right? And so it doesn't matter. This could also, and then take the leg down, and then back up. And so we're just going to have you can do the other leg, but I'm going to do one. We're saving time here. Everyone's got a busy life, right? So just do it up on one foot, right? So now your instructions have to get even better. You're going to have to figure out how to recreate. Even without the right, you've got to figure out what's happening in the down leg. The only thing gravity really changes, and I'll bring it up on the chair, is that now this leg's more in Tadasana. When she's here, to take it back down, she doesn't have the same struggle in the down leg, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And so you've got to figure out how the instructions were different. And as a teacher, you're going to learn it by doing the variations yourself and figuring out what the instructions are, right? So now we're going to go down onto the back and try to figure out the same type of instructions, right? And now there are a ton of them. there isn't going to be one right. So she takes one leg up on the chair. So now she's in this, now it's inverted. And now, but you still have to figure out how to engage the legs, how to give the grounding of the legs, how to make this leg work as if there was weight on it. There's all these things that you can do. So if she stretches out through the heel and ball of the foot, but now at the same time drives the femur bone back towards the hip socket and lengthens down through the bottom leg, so she gets her legs coordinated together, right? Whether she's able to do it or not. And now to add even more horizontal extension, she inhales and takes her arms over her head. And now she can connect like her wrists to her ankles, trying to move down through the down leg and the up leg to lengthen the side body. You start instructing more here in the center in both directions. Now, again, with this idea of sequencing, now she can take her arms wide. She can take her arms and palms together up over, right? You can start adding. You can take one arm, you can just start doing all sorts of stuff with different leg positions, right? So you just figure out different ways to make there be changes on a changed base, right? And so this, it gets to be similar instruction. So one of the things you're going to want to do is like one of the ways to make sure, go to the outer edges of your fingertips, where your heel is, your down leg heel, and the top of your head. All I'm doing is cueing the whole expansion of the pose and then making her get even better at doing that by now grounding down through the down leg, drawing back, going from the between the shoulder blades out through each arm. As you do, go more through each leg. All these instructions you need to start trying at home and figuring out. Because when you start to realize the intersection of horizontal and vertical extension, you're going to start to fill the vessel with an expansion. You add breath, and you've just actually enhanced it even more, because the breath is going to fill the whole vessel because it's expanding out from the spine. So there's probably some reasons why people think breathing and consciousness, not just breathing in life, are deeply related, because it's an expansion from emptiness and lack of control, into expansion, into effort. That's all we got today from the Matrix. Good luck.